The majority of people in today's world, including me, are always constantly being distracted by something, right? Whether it be TikTok, Instagram, YouTube, right? We're always consuming. We're always being entertained by something, right? You know, a little bit of entertainment isn't bad at all, but when it starts to become like a habit, once it starts to become a habit in your life, that's when it can start to really mess with your brain. Okay, what happens when we constantly are consuming things, um right, we're all constantly consuming other people's content and shit. What happens is we lose the ability to be creative. We lose the ability to create. The more videos that we scroll on, the more we lose our abilities to create. It messes with the mind, right? And recently, something I've been learning is that it messes with your memory, right? Most people, right? If I asked you, name, describe to me 5 reels that you've watched today, you would not be able to describe 5 reels. I wouldn't even be able to describe 5 reels, right? I was scrolling on Instagram earlier today. I would not be able to describe 5 reels that I watched, and that should just show how much it's all messing with our brains, with our memories, our cognitive thinking. And we're just losing our creative ability, right? We were put on this earth to create. We weren't put to constantly consume. We were put to create. All these successful people out there, they're creating, right? Whether it's creating the iPhone, creating videos, content, creating buildings, right? Whatever. They're creating at the end of the day. And creation can come in so many different types of forms, right? But in order to find which thing suits you the best, you need to start just cutting off all the entertainment, or not cutting it off, just limiting it, right? And start being bored. When when people are bored, the first thing that comes to your mind is, oh, I got a phone. They whip out their phone and start doing something on their phone, right? But what I'm here to tell you is that instead of whipping out your phone, you need to learn how to sit in your own thoughts. You know what I'm saying? You need to learn how to sit in your own thoughts, and be bored, basically. Just sit down in silence, no music, no nothing, and just listen to your thoughts. Just listen to your thoughts, just you by yourself. And what you come to realize is, I mean, it's basically meditating, right? Being bored is basically just meditating and not controlling your thoughts, but being aware of your thoughts. And the more that you do this, the more that you realize how much creativity you actually have in your mind. The more the more that you sit down by yourself and you're quote unquote bored, the more you spend time being bored, the more the more creativity that you're gonna experience in your mind, right? Go out for a walk, no music, no nothing, just use your mind. Just create, and don't and just create more than you consume, okay? Consuming is okay, we all consume, right? I was scrolling on Instagram earlier today. We all consume. But when you start to live your life as completely just consuming and no creating, there's no point in that. You're like a vegetable. When you're constantly, just watching other people's creations, not creating anything of your own. But what's the point? There's no point in that at all, right? Maybe there's someone who says that there's a point, but in my opinion, there's no point in just consuming, right? There's no point in just consuming. You have to learn how to create. You have to find something that wants you to that wants you to create instead of being bored or instead of consuming all the time. I feel like I'm saying the fucking same things over and over again, but no, it's kind of weird actually. A lot of people nowadays they kind of feel the same, and it's because with social media, it's kind of like a trend to act a certain way or say certain things, right? Like with the 6'7" trend, right? All those little trends. It feels like a lot of the people nowadays, when you talk to them, it's just different like variations of people. But at the end of the day, they all say the same thing. They all think the same thing because of social media. It's very hard to come across true uniqueness nowadays. It's very hard to find a truly unique person who, like, when you talk to them, like, wow, I've never talked to someone like this before. I've never talked to someone with this type of mindset before, with this type of opinions before, right? The things that this person says is it's crazy. It's crazy, but it makes me interested. You know what I'm saying? Think about it. When is the last time you met a person like that truly just that made you think, wow, this person is fucking different. He's different or she's different, right? When was the last time you met a person like that? It's very hard to meet people like that nowadays. And a big reason is that for that is because people are constantly consuming instead of creating their own things. People are constantly consuming other people's things instead of creating their own things, and the other people things, since everyone's creating those things, since everyone is consuming other people's creations, everyone starts to kind of become the same type of person. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? So, there's so many ways to create. It could be in so many ways, right? Even like drawing, right? Just draw something, right? Create, post, paint, cook. I don't know, play an instrument, anything. The thing is, so many people go their lives truly, without truly knowing what their passion actually is. The thing with college, or not even college, but like just people want us to have a 9 to 5, work, work, work. And the thing is, when you are constantly working all the time, when you're constantly working all the time, it gives you barely any time to truly find out what you like. What you like, right? You wake up, go to work, come back, sleep, and repeat. You have no time to find out what your real passion is. And a lot of people, they live their whole life and they end up dying and not even finding out what their true passion is, right? You could be watching this and who knows, maybe you really like to play piano, but you've never played the piano before, but you're never gonna know because you've never played it before and you don't even want to try to play it. But what if that's your passion? You know what I'm saying? But in order to find these passions, you need to just stop consuming so much and unlock that creativity in your mind. And that's when you'll be able to unlock uh, creativity and just finding your passions. You know what I'm saying? That's pretty much it. Yeah.